Welcome back to the back half of today's Nihil Game of the Week doubleheader live from the Kube Sports Complex here in Hammond, Indiana. It's our first time here, Stream Sports Midwest, and Game 1 saw a 2-2 tie between the Squirts of Hammond and Northbrook. In Game 2, the Bantams, the 14Us, will take center stage here as the Mohawks will play host to a new combination of Wilmette and Winnetka. And it's pretty interesting as they're wearing the Winnetka Warriors colors, the green and white, but they've got the Wilmette Trevians logo on their jersey. So Winnetka will be taking on the Hammond Mohawks. Let's take a quick look at where these two teams stand in the standings. So for Wilmette Winnetka, this is their third match. They're 1-0-1 on the season, a 1-1 tie against the Stallions back on the 17th, and then on the 22nd, a 5-2 win over Glenview up at the Winnetka Ice Arena. And on the other side, the Hammond Mohawks are just steamrolling their competition here in the early going. Four games, 4 wins, a goals for of 44 rather, and a goals against of 1. They have won 2 games by the score of 12-0. They have an 11-1 victory, and their closest matchup came back on the 17th at the Darien Sports Complex against the Hawks. That was a 9-0 blanking of the Hawks. So yes, 44-1. These Hammond Mohawks 14U are outscoring their opponents here in the early going. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 54th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The Nihil member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Squirt, Pee-wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. Nihil will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's Nihil Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season. For more information about Nihil and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the Nihil president, or visit the website at nihil.info. So it'll be interesting to see how this Wilmette Winnetka amalgamation deals with this high-powered Hammond Mohawks offense here, as Hammond looks to improve to 5-0 in the seeding round. 4 convincing victories. Starting in net for the Mohawks will be number 89. He's not wearing a number, so you just have to trust me. That's Nate Bulatovich. Down here to our right in the orange. Kind of looks like a soccer goalie wearing a completely different jersey than the rest of his team, but there's young Nate in goal for the Mohawks. I want to thank the parents down to my right who gave me the information, as I didn't have a goalie listed on my roster. So your guess would have been as good as mine if not for the help of the fine people here in Hammond. And we are about ready to go. 13-minute periods. Puck cleared out into the Wilmette Winnetka defensive zone. Misplayed there, taken away by Planner. Kept in at the point. Planner now in between the face-off dots, cleared out to center ice. And the Mohawks will have to change as Emmylou Moeller dumps it in deep. In the far corner, slung up off the boards, kept in there by Planner. Planner with the shot in, and the puck in the blue paint bounces out. Kept in by Moeller there on the near board. She's knocked to the ice. Gets back up, thrown over to the far side with it. Wilmette Winnetka able to squirt it out into center ice. That's Kane Cowger over there. Gets it to Logan Klein, walks across the blue line. Klein to Valiunas. Valiunas drops it for Planner. The shot deflected, and here comes Wilmette Winnetka out the other way. Planner gets back defensively and nicely swoops it out of the offensive zone down on his belly. Wilmette Winnetka the other direction now. Dumped in, tipped into the corner. And that puck hits Christoph Contrusi in the head as they were trying to clear it. Now that is Harding, Hayden Harding, dumped in. Harding again, far half boards with it, tries to skate through traffic, he can't. Turner tries to put it towards the net. The shot in from the point, hits a body in front, and that one stung. Here comes Wilmette Winnetka the other way. Battle along the far half boards. Kept in at the point by Wilmette Winnetka, put in towards the goal, and flips into the waiting arms of Bulatovic for a whistle and a face-off. Just underway here in the first period. 10:49 left to go. Still no score. Draw will come to the right of Bulatovic. It's won by the Mohawks. There's Planer. Planer tries to kick it through the defense and can't. Valiunas now walking across the red line, gains the red line, and that'll be whistled for an offsides as Nolan Planer in ahead of the play just by half a step. Face off right in front of the Wilmette Winnetka bench. A couple minutes into the first period. Game one of the doubleheader saw a 2-2 tie between Hammond and Northbrook. Puck punched away. Moeller throws it over to the far side. Planer up but not out. Slung around to the far side where Kane Cowger gets it up. Kept in at the point again by Wilmette Winnetka. Down low, Cowger will try the other side with it. Comes up on the forehand, walks up through center ice. Pass up ahead just out of the reach of Valiunas. And that'll find its way into the waiting glove of the Wilmette Winnetka goalie. So face off to the right of said goalie. That pass just missed Gage Valiunas. He would have been in all alone on a breakaway. Face off in the Wilmette Winnetka defensive zone. It's won by Wilmette Winnetka. This is Ewing. Jonas Ewing plays it up through the middle. Caden Turner tries to stop and skate through traffic and can't. Flipped ahead again. The pass is deflected. It's Alex Dubda. Number 5 has it. It's it over to Ewing. Ewing skates around one defender. Takes it on the forehand. Throws it behind Dubda. And Ewing will play it again. Turner backhands it forward as Gagnon is crunched into the boards. Collision now on the other side. And Hammond showing some patience. Cross ice pass. Up ahead, there's Turner into center ice. Has a stick lifted, puck taken away. Thrown in, sticked into the corner by Bulatovic. Cowger over to Moeller, Emilu Moeller. There's Planer into center ice, but nobody on the other end of that pass, and Wilmette Winnetka just gains the blue line, dumps it in. Moeller with some space. Puck gets a little bit ahead of her, so she just shovels it forward smartly to Valiunas. Valiunas gains the blue line, backhand, blind backhand across the ice. Finds the stick at Cowger. Kane fired off the one-timer, but it's sticked up into the netting for a whistle and a face-off. 8 minutes, 21 seconds left to go here in period number 1. I'll put this whistle in the, not sure why this puck is coming out into the neutral zone, but I think it was pretty clearly tipped up into the screen. Moeller gives chase. She'll be there. Throws it over to the near side. Cowger walks out into the neutral zone with some speed now across the blue line. Cowger has his pocket picked last minute. And out to center ice. There's Klein. Klein plays it back. Pass out in front of Cowger. Wilmette Winnetka will reset. Puck is in center ice, backhanded in. They gain the red line, so no icing. There's Ewing. Jonas Ewing flips it up along the near half boards to Planer. Planer loses it, but finds its way over onto the far side of the ice. Shot in, whistles wide. Ewing got a ton on that one. This is Kyle Riff. Planer taps it forward to Valiunas. Valiunas not able to corral it, and Wilmette Winnetka tries to backhand it up and out. Planer knocks it to himself. And that does come out into the defensive zone, and no icing. Moeller has it. A little bit of a miss hit, so give Wilmette Winnetka an opportunity down low. Moeller battles, she goes down, and that puck's sitting in the slot area. A couple of whacks at it. There's a couple of saves made by Bulatovic, and it's cleared into the near corner. So Wilmette Winnetka not shying away from this very dangerous team. Another couple of dangerous shots from in tight from Wilmette Winnetka, and out with it now comes, that's Valiunas. Valiunas, the drop to Planer. Planer kind of rolls off his stick a little bit, but that was a nice feed from Valiunas to Planer, and Planer just not able to finish. In the far corner, Wilmette Winnetka up off the near boards and out to center ice. Cowger right in front of the Wilmette Winnetka bench. Moeller has it, gets under her stick. Throws it up to Contrusi. Contrusi mishandles it. And here comes Cowger again. Cowger walks through a couple of skaters. Cowger in, and high slot. The puck's finally knocked away, and Wilmette Winnetka will take it the other direction. Gets underneath Ewing, and he'll have to give chase. Jonas has it. 5:50 in the first. Jonas cross-ice pass. Across the neutral zone, looking for Harding. It hops off his stick and up into the Wilmette Winnetka bench for a whistle and a draw. This is Caden Turner on the draw for Hammond. Wins the draw, clears it in. His team will chase. Contrusi on the forecheck. Riff keeps it in at the point. And it does work its way out to center ice, and Turner will have to give chase. Riff, one-on-one battle below the red line. Back to the point, the shot in from the point, hits a body, flips up over the net. Wilmette Winnetka in the high slot area, and the Mohawks will take possession. Ewing tries the cross-ice pass, knocks the man down for his efforts. Contrusi comes the other way. Contrusi across the blue line, has his pocket picked. As Dabda dumps it down in deep. Say that 4 times fast. Say it 1 time fast. Harding overskates it, and Wilmette Winnetka starts out. Pass up through center ice, misses its intended target. That was Harding. Up along the boards, kept in at the point by Cowger. Now down to the near side. Wilmette Winnetka is able to relieve the pressure, and Kane Cowger will play it deep. Skates through a couple of green jerseys. Now a 4-on-2. Cowger gets it up ahead. The pass underneath the stick of Dubda. Dubda not able to control it, and that gives Wilmette Winnetka a chance to get back. That was a potential 4-on-2 breakout for the Mohawks, as this one's going to be iced with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Wilmette Winnetka, Hammond scoreless. Better the opportunities for sure. The team in green so far, which may not be what you would have expected given the scores that Hammond has put up here in their first 4 games this season, but still a long way to go in this one. Draw to the right, the Wilmette Winnetka goalie. High slot just out of the reach of Klein, and Wilmette Winnetka gains the blue line, dumps it in. Thrown Thrown around to the near half boards where Planer. Nolan Planer bangs it up off the boards. Gets it to Ewing. Lucas Ewing walking in. Ewing shot, score. There it is. Jonas Ewing walking in all alone on the feed from Nolan Planer. And just like that, Hammond takes a 1-0 lead on the goal from Jonas Ewing here in the first period with 3.5 left to go. So Met Winnetka did a nice job here in the early going. They had 4 or 5 whacks at it down to our right, but they weren't able to convert. And Jonas Ewing took the feed from Planer, walked in all alone and buried it. Planer taps it forward, and here come the Mohawks again. This is Klein now down low. Attempted centering feed. There's nobody there but green jerseys. Out to center ice, and Moeller will be the first one on it. Miluta Planer not able to complete that pass. Puck is just sitting there in center ice. Turner walking forward with it. Over skates it a bit. Cowger now. Across the blue line, Cowger on the backhand. Drop pass, centering feed, but no white jerseys there. Out to center ice. And Planer will give chase. Valiunas with some speed. Gage Valiunas walking in. Valiunas with the shot wide of the near post. This puck is cleared out, and that will be an icing. It's almost bang-bang goals as Gage Valiunas came in, not all alone, but came in with some space and fired the shot wide of the near post, so it stays 1-0 here with 2:20 left to go in the first. Valiunas will take the draw for Hammond. Back to the point. The hard shot from the point from Riff is deflected into the far corner. Met Winnetka not able to get the puck out on the first attempt. On the second attempt they are. Riff will play it back. Contrusi now. Harden knocks down a Wilmette Winnetka skater. Gives his defense a chance to get the offense started. Walking forward, nice move around a couple of players. Another move in, a shot from Ewing again as he had 3 or 4 opportunities. Just not able to finish off. Was able to get through the green jerseys, just couldn't finish. That'll be another icing. Nope, no icing. This one's waved off. So Ewing will play it behind his net with 1:20. Pass through Hayden Harding. Met Winnetka will play the puck. Contrusi knocks skater down for his trouble. Has it knocked away from him right at the blue line. Played back to Moeller. Moeller to Cowger. Cowger tries to go cross ice. He can't. Taken away by Planer. Planer far face-off dot. Tipped away. Met Winnetka trying to work it up off those far boards, rather, and they do. They get it out to center ice. Planer knocks down a Wilmette skater, and that skater is down. Collision right against the penalty board padding and bench area for Hammond. He bounces up and he makes his way over to the bench. So we're under a minute left to go here in the first period. And we call so many squirt and peewee games that when we get a bantam or we get a midget game, the 14Us, the 16 and 18Us, we forget about the contact sometimes that can take place in these games. And there's been a lot of physical contact here so far by Hammond in the early going. Cowger now into center ice with it. Across the blue line, takes it wide. The shot in, and it finds the glove of the Wilmette Winnetka goaltender. It's not a bad play by Kane. Counter inside, Cowger inside then out and tried to rip that far side, but good glove save with 32 left. Caden Turner takes the draw. It's won by Wilmette Wilmette Winnetka behind the net. That's Dubda. Behind the net with 13 now. Planer trying for one more opportunity, doesn't know where it is. Cowger tries to rip it up towards the net as we are down under 5 here. Out into the slot area, Turner with the shot, and into the belly of the Wilmette Winnetka goalie as the first period expires. 1-0. Hammond with the lead here as we get ready to go to the second period. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. If you haven't had enough hockey today, 6 p.m. tonight, Blackhawks and the Canadiens in an original 6 matchup. NBC Sports Chicago has that one and the NHL Network. Monday the 16th, another original 6 matchup as the Blackhawks take on the Maple Leafs. And the 19th, the Blackhawks will head to Denver, Colorado to take on Nathan McKinnon and the Avalanche. 9:30 Central Time start on that one. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. The Blackhawks also want to remind you that the Chicago Blackhawks intermission and Junior Hawks pregame skates are now available for select dates this season. Contact Ben Ostler at 312-455-7096 to register your teams today. So Hammond with 1 goal in that period. This is a team that hasn't scored fewer than 9 in a game through their first 4 of the seeding round, but a 1-0 lead here. Jonas Ewing with the lone goal. See what takes place here in period number 2. Mohawks ready to go. Wilmette Winnetka taking their time. This is our first time here in Hammond. Great sports complex. They've got a kids ninja. I don't know what play park. I don't know what you want to call it. Over behind us, this place is packed with people right now, and quite a few of them are here to watch some hockey. This is Valiunas across the blue line. Tries to stop, let the defender go past him. Klein back to the point. The shot from the point deflecting. Klein gets it back on the backhand. Valiunas tries to hack it in and can't. Wilmette Winnetka back to the point, kept in there by Moeller. Dumps it down in deep. Valiunas has it below the red line. Valiunas tries to find Klein in the high slot, who was tapping that stick on the ice, not able to complete that pass. And Wilmette Winnetka able to clear it out to center ice, and with stick lift by Valiunas. Wilmette Winnetka, though, and a big collision in front of the net as Ewing knocks down the Wilmette Winnetka skater. He's been all over the ice. Jonas Ewing, a goal and some big hits here. Play right in front of us. Klein back to Ewing. Ewing has the puck in his own zone. Puts it up ahead to Klein. Klein gains the blue line. Klein walks in, the wrist shot in and out of the mitt of the Wilmette Winnetka goalie, but he does cover up for a whistle. Turner to take the draw here for Hammond. Trucy on his right. Harding on his left. Back to the point, kept in. It's Cowger with the shot, and the rebound is tucked home. I believe that is going to be Caden Turner. It is number 58, Caden Turner. And that's a shot from the point by Cowger, and Turner is there to tap home and give his team a 2-0 lead. So, good shot on goal from the point. Rebound, easy goal for number 58 in white. 2-0, Hammond with the lead. Moeller, pass cross ice. Cowger throws it through looking for Contrusi, Contrusi has it, fires the wrist shot up over the net. Cowger down low. sticked away from him. Wilmette Winnetka walks out, tries the home run pass, but Moeller is there. Moeller just throws it up off the glass. Gives her defense time to come back, and now 2-on-2. Here comes Harding with Contrusi. Harding tries to jump around, and that's a really dangerous hit by Hayden Harding, and he immediately drops his head and asks the Wilmette Winnetka skater if he's okay. Harding knew as soon as he made that hit that that was a dangerous one, and he's going to go to the box here. See if it's 2 or if it's something more than that. Wilmette Winnetka will be on the man advantage here, just to be a 2-minute penalty. A roughing penalty here on Harding. Face off now to the right of Bulatovic. Had to make a couple of tough saves in that first period. Behind the net, it's Valiunas. Tries to throw it along the near side. He can't. The shot from the point hits a couple of bodies in the crease and covered up by Bulatovic. Nate had that stick on the ice. He makes the save. 10:56 left to go in the middle frame. 2-0. Hammond with the lead. Cleared down, and that's going to come down on goal. So no icing, and not only no icing, but an offensive zone draw here for Hammond while shorthanded. Nolan Planer to take the draw. Cleared into the corner. Klein back to the point. Hard low shot from the point, tipped up into the net. It's Kyle Riff fired that low shot from the blue line, and I think Planer got a stick on that and just deflected it up into the netting. The draw will come into the neutral zone. Planer wins the draw, forces Wilmette Winnetka back to chase. Backhanded around to the near side. Oh, and that puck almost squirts in. It hit the skate of a Wilmette Winnetka player and just went through the blue paint. The shot deflects in. That is a beautiful tip. I think that's Logan Klein, number 53. We'll take a look here in a second. Yeah, that was a gorgeous tip from Klein in the slot area. So Hammond starting to pour it on here a little bit in the second period. It's 3-0. Hammond still shorthanded for another minute 5. Wilmette Winnetka now trying to get something going offensively. They had that stretch in the first. They had about 3 or 4 whacks at Bulatovic, but not able to get anything home. This shot deflected into the far corner. Cowger into center ice. Fires it off a Wilmette Winnetka skater, and they come the other direction now. Cowger, low of the red line. Flips it up off the near boards. Finds its way to Dubda. Alex out to center ice. Wilmette Winnetka will take possession there. Dubda 1-on-3. Cleared in, no icing. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Harding. 3-0 the score here in the second. Deflected past Cowger. Kane plays it in his own zone. Reverses direction, back on his forehand now with some space, up to Dubda. Dubda gets it back, tries to flip it forward for Lucas Gagnon. Not able to complete that pass. Turner blocks it nicely, but Wilmette Winnetka will work it out to center ice. Across the blue line. Attempted self-pass, deflected off of Moeller into the near corner. Backhanded into the slot, but nobody home. Another centering attempt. Here comes Dubda again. Dubda's been out there a long time. He's pushed from behind, knocked off the puck, but able to clear it in deep as he goes for a change. 8 and change left to go here in the second, 3-0. Wilmette Winnetka walks in ahead of the play offside, so we'll have a whistle and a face-off in the neutral zone. Valiunas takes it wide, down the near boards, gains the blue line, throws it cross ice to Contrusi. Contrusi's shot wide of the near post. Ewing tries to go D to D. Riff, his shot's deflected. Riff will keep it in at the point for the moment. I think that's going to be iced. Yep. Icing on Winnetka, Wilmette Winnetka, so the draw will come down to our right. Slung around the near boards, and then does come out to center ice. Back on it is Ewing, one of the goal scorers. Ewing D to D, gets it back. Second pass doesn't connect. That's Planer across the blue line to Contrusi. Contrusi in all alone, and misses the near post as Christoph Contrusi had an opportunity at another goal, or at a goal, and Planer knocks a Wilmette Winnetka skater down, and another player slow to get up. So this Hammond team throwing their weight around here in today's game. We gonna have another penalty? We are. Planer's going to the box for that hit. This will be another penalty here for roughing on Hammond. So Wilmette Winnetka back out there for another power play. Draw to the right of Bulatovic. Wilmette Winnetka with a shot, and that catches Bulatovic and deflects into the far corner. Hammond out to the blue line now. Across the blue line in. The shot, the score. Kane Cowger just muscled the puck up through the neutral zone, gained the blue line, took it wide, and shot it near side. And that's the second shorty of the game for the Mohawks. That's their fourth of the game. They're up 4-0. 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers for Hammond here in the second period, or in the game rather, I should say. Behind the net, Cowger with it. D to D gets it over to Moeller. Moeller flips it up ahead. Contrusi tries to stick handle, poked away, offsides. Scoreboard says 5-0 here. It's actually 4. Jonas Ewing, Caden Turner, Kane Cowger, and Logan Klein with goals here for Hammond. Ewing will play it deep. Throws it over to the far side. There's Klein with it. Klein tries to get it up and out and can't. Shot in from the point, it's a body, bounces down, and Hammond's able to get it out to center ice. Wilmette Winnetka plays it back into the offensive zone, and sling it around the far side of the ice. Klein, the first one on it. Up and out. Up to center ice with it now is Jonas Ewing. What a move by Ewing to get through a couple of Wilmette Winnetka skaters. On the forehand, tries to dangle, and eventually has it knocked away from him, and eventually the shot finds its way on the Wilmette Winnetka goalie and will cover up for a whistle. Jonas Ewing's been really impressive, scored the first goal of the game. Only goal of the first period. His team is still shorthanded for another 30 seconds. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in period number 2. Wilmette Winnetka over to the far boards as Cowger is banged into the boards. Centering feed, high slot. Wilmette Winnetka the other direction, 3-on-2. Pass across the blue line. They don't get the shot, and Cowger with speed. Now 2-on-1 as Klein with him as Cowger's knocked down to get back defensively, and does nicely as that'll do it on the penalty to Planer. So another penalty and another shorthanded goal for the Mohawks. Long pass intended for Planer, not able to connect. Wilmette Winnetka loses the puck. Klein, dangerous pass. Wilmette Winnetka, the shot, the score. So Klein with a dangerous pass gives it away, and Wilmette Winnetka gets on the board here with 4:54 left to go in the second. It's 4-1. Klein didn't really look where he was passing that one, and it found the stick of a Wilmette Winnetka forward, and that puck was roofed. It's 4-1. Up ahead with it, that's Dubda. Ewing goes cross ice now. Turner backhands it down deep. Behind the net, Gagnon. Gagnon whiffs on the pass. 3 players go down. High slot, the shot from Dubda deflects up over the net. Alex had a lot of goal to shoot at, but Wilmette Winnetka did a nice job of getting over there to deflect it up into the screen. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the second. 4-1. Mohawks with the lead. This has been their most competitive game of the season so far. They've had a couple of 12-0 shutouts. They had an 11-1 victory and a 9-0 shutout in their 4 games. It's 4-1 here in the second. Ewing with the backhand in on goal. Backhand, another backhand attempt. Dubda with a couple of hacks at it. In there also was Turner. Ewing tries to dangle through and can't. Wilmette Winnetka plays it forward. Ewing falls down. Dubda keeps it in for the moment. Wilmette Winnetka able to throw it up off the boards and out. No icing. That puck rolls up on edge. Ewing throws it around the far side. Planer looking for Contrusi. Wilmette Winnetka, top of the far faceoff dot. They have it now back at the point. The shot deflected down, hits a skate, doesn't make it through. Another opportunity shot, whistles wide of that crossbar and near post. Wilmette Winnetka now putting that through the crease, coming out the other side. The shot behind the net. And Contrusi now. Feed to Klein, nice feed to Klein. Klein in on the backhand. Klein backhand, forehand, backhand, and the save is made. So Klein did a nice job. Started on his backhand, went to the forehand, tried to flip the backhand up over the blocker of the Wilmette Winnetka goalie, but the save was made with exactly 3 minutes left to go here in the second period. 4-1. Hammond with the lead. Planer will take the draw for the Mohawks. Wins it into the corner. Back to the point. Kube steps around the defense, puts it towards the goal behind the net. Wilmette Winnetka backhanding it around the near side. Planer now in the near corner with it. Planer behind the net. High, far face-off dot. Back to the point to Moeller. Moeller with the shot. That was a tippable shot. Klein now from a bad angle. Save is made. Klein again. Drops it there for Kube. Kube with the shot through the goalie. Gagnon with the centering feed. Kube again now top of the dot. The shot, that one doesn't make it through. Wilmette Winnetka just clears the puck to relieve the pressure, and that'll be an icing. Good pressure on that shift by the Mohawks. They lead by 3 here in the second. All Nihil teams have started their season. The youth divisions in their last 2 weeks of their seeding round games. Most girls divisions are already playing the regular season games. Each team is working to collect the points that will help them earn a place in the league's end of season. Nihil Blackhawks tournament. Give you the rest of this at our next whistle. Back to the point. Moeller puts the shot in from the point. Another tippable shot. There's Turner behind the net. Throws it up off the back of the goal. Wilmette Winnetka puts it up into center ice, and the Mohawks will have to touch up. Kube tries to put it forward. That'll be whistled down for an offsides. Keep your eye on the Nihil.info website and the Nihil Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of Nihil games. Our next game is tomorrow morning, 10:50 a.m. in Bensonville at the Edge Ice Arena, where the Windy City Storm girls 12U and the Chicago Mission girls 12U face off in a Pee Wee Premier Select contest. Tune in on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. Premier Select 12U girls hockey tomorrow from Bensonville. My partner Eric Willowhite and I will have the call on that one. And here comes Contrusi, and the pass just out of his reach. He was going to be in all alone. Throws it over to the far side. Dubda can't control it over there. Wilmette Winnetka trying to dig it out, and they are on their second attempt able to get it out to center ice. Overskated down there and just backhanded in deep. Mohawks retake possession. Ewing, nice little tip to give himself some space. Ewing across the blue line. Ewing on the backhand, the forehand, the shot, the glove save. With 1:01 left to go. So Jonas Ewing looking for his second. 4 goals scored by Hammond, all by different skaters. Ewing scored in the first. Klein, Turner, and Kube here in the second. Back to the point. That's off the stick of Planer, and back to give chase is Ewing. Goes cross ice to Harding. Harding stops the blue line, but that puts Planer in offsides. Instead of going north to south at that blue line, he went east to west, and Planer was about 5 or 6 steps in that offensive zone by the time Harding crossed the blue line. So draw will come right here in front of us. 47.5 left to go now in the second period. Planer takes the draw. Gotta wait for Wilmette Winnetka to get their 5th skater out there on the ice. Back to Moeller. Moeller D to D. Gets to Kube. Kube up ahead to Planer off his skates. Second attempt, Kube able to dump it in deep. We're down to 35 now. Behind the net, Kube with it on the backhand wraparound attempt. Not able to tuck it home as Planer's lost a mitt. He's playing out there with 1 glove. Puck will come back into the Hammond defensive zone as we're down under 20. Kube throws it forward looking for Harding. Kept in by Wilmette Winnetka. High slot area on the forehand. The shot deflects wide behind the net as we're down to 5 seconds, and Hammond will take possession here. They throw it home run pass, and that will do it for second period action. So through 2, Hammond is as advertised here. They lead 4-1 going to the third, and we'll be back with third period action here in just a minute. About ready for third period action here at Kube. I guess it's called. It's my first time here. I called it Kube, I think, in the first game. The Kube Sports Complex in Hammond, Indiana. Great vantage point to call a game from. We're up above the ice level. There are no seats right in front of us. Plenty of room to spread out and do our thing. This is the Stream Sports Midwest Nihil Game of the Week. Game 2 of a Hammond Mohawks doubleheader. It's our first time bringing you Hammond Mohawks hockey, and thrilled that you could join me on this Saturday afternoon, this rainy Saturday afternoon in the Chicagoland area. Hammond's still considered Chicagoland, right? I'm not originally from Chicago, so I'm not sure where that border ends, but I believe Hammond is still considered Chicagoland. We have a whistle and an icing right off the bat, so face-off will come down into the Hammond defensive zone to the left of Nate Bulatovic. That'll be Planer on the draw. One cleanly by the Mohawks, slung around by Riff. Riff gets it up ahead to Harding on the home run pass. Harding in the shot. Tried that near post and missed. Planer now. Down low, the backhand looking for Harding, not able to complete that pass. Now the other direction, and that's going to be an icing, I think. Yep, the pass just eluding its intended target. Goes the length of the ice. The draw will come down to our left. A couple of icings 30 seconds into the third period here. Turner on the draw. Shot whistles into the near corner. Dubda back to Moeller at the point. Moeller just throws it to space, and Wilmette Winnetka able to take possession and put it out to center ice. Cowger with a ton of speed walking across the blue line. Cowger in on the backhand, drops it. The shot. And that one's wide by Gagnon. Excuse me, that was 23. That was Contrusi. Contrusi will get another opportunity. Big hit behind the net by Contrusi. Separates the skater from the puck. Back to the point. Cowger now fires the shot in. Wilmette Winnetka will take possession, throw it out to center ice, and Cowger will give chase. Contrusi not able to finish, but finished his check. Wilmette Winnetka behind the net. Dubda chips it out to center ice. Rides the dasher, sitting in the neutral zone. Wilmette Winnetka has it for the moment. It's in a little deeper. Moeller behind the net. Over to Cowger. Cowger tries the home run pass, looking for Contrusi, not able to connect. And I'll whistle, get a whistle for an offsides. Planer wins the draw back. Ewing backhanded pass up to Valiunas. Valiunas cross ice to Gagnon. Gagnon in the shot, and the save is made. Nice save by Gagnon. From a bad angle, put that right in on goal, and it was up high, so it was a nice save by the Wilmette Winnetka goaltender. Get that puck from falling to the ice. Back to the point now. Ewing tries to walk around, has his pocket picked to get back defensively here, and does. Slid wide of the goal into the near corner. Planer. Planer's knocked down. Wilmette Winnetka across the blue line, but in offsides as there's another Wilmette Winnetka skater who's a little shaken up. This Hammond team throwing their weight around here today, for sure. The neutral zone. Planer steals it there, walks in 1-on-4. Top of the near faceoff dot. Down low behind the net now. Back to the point. Shot in, save, rebound. Knocked away. Gagnon with another attempt right on the doorstep, not able to tuck it home. Cowger down deep. Near half boards now, Wilmette Winnetka. Cross ice pass. Moeller flips it away. Nice pass to the near side. The shot in and out of the body of Bulatovic. Cowger will play it there. 9.5 left to go. Cowger coming out with a head of steam. Out into the neutral zone, across the blue line. Stops at the faceoff dot. Has a stick lifted. The shot goes up and over the net. As Cowger, that was a great individual effort by Kane Cowger. Klein just slings it deep. And Valiunas will be the first one on it. Back to Planer. Planer centering feed. The shot from Klein, and I think that may have clipped that far post. Klein was all alone in the high slot. Tries to stick handle through traffic and can't. Hops up over the stick of Ewing and back into the Hammond defensive zone. Jonas has it behind his net. Dangerous pass looking through for Planer. Not able to complete it. Cowger now. Cross ice feed. Pass up ahead now to Harding. Gets a little bit away from him, and that'll be an an icing called here on Hammond. 8 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. Hammond with a 4-1 lead, 1 goal in the first, 3 in the second. Hasn't been quite as dominating as some of these other games that they've played this year. As I mentioned, a couple of 12-0 games. They had an 11-1 win and a 9-0 win in their 4 games so far in the seeding round. They're up 4-1 here in the third. Over on the near side, Wilmette Winnetka has it there. Tipped away. Here comes Harding, and again, pass just out of the reach of Hayden Harding. Has to play it down low. Can't skate through 3 green jerseys, and Wilmette Winnetka gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Klein back to Riff. That looked like it came out of the offensive zone, but they're saying it didn't. Bouncing around at the far face-off dot, and now it's out of the zone, and Ewing just backhands it deep. Other direction, Ewing now takes it down low. Cross ice pass to nobody, and that'll be an icing. 7.5 now. Draw to the right of Bulatovic. Hasn't been challenged much, made a couple of really tough saves in that first period. Gave up a goal in the second on a giveaway by one of his defensemen. Here's the shot in, and he makes the save on this one. So he's been a heady. He's made the saves when he's had to, but Hasn't had to make a lot of saves here in his first almost 5 games now. Draws one by Wilmette Winnetka. The shot goes wide of the far post. Contrusi. That's deflected, so no icing. Wilmette Winnetka will play it down in that far corner. Back to the point, kept in by Kube. Up off the boards, and it's a foot race. And no icing. So Kube will play it. Rolls off his stick, centering feed. Over now onto the far half boards. Wilmette Winnetka takes it deep. Nice move inside, outside in. On the backhand, the puck in the blue paint. The shot, score! Wilmette Winnetka, and that puck, that net is a little off center, but Wilmette Winnetka, nice move at that far point to gain some space, and they've got themselves within a couple here in the third period, and that was another roof job. You could have seen a whistle there as that net clearly moved, but they allowed Wilmette Winnetka to finish the offensive play, and they did finish it. Top shelf, 4-2. Here they come again across the blue line. Shot deflected into the corner. Ewing will be the first one on it. Backhands it around to Planer. Klein down deep. Planer tries to get it back to the point to Riff. Riff does finally get it. He's able to settle the puck down. The shot in, and that whistles wide of the far post. Wilmette Winnetka out to center ice. Aggressive forecheck. Here comes Ewing. Ewing right through the defense. Ewing on the backhand. What a save. That was gorgeous by Ewing. Planer on the rebound, buries it. And there's that 3-goal advantage back as Ewing found Planer, and Planer makes it 5-2. With 6 minutes left to go. Planer wins the draw back to Ewing. Ewing whiffs on the initial attempt, able to get it out to center ice. Wilmette Winnetka now the other direction, across the blue line. Planer has it, flips it forward. 2-on-1, Planer with Valiunas, and they're not able to connect. Kube now has it. Over to Riff. Riff pass in between Planer and Valiunas, and that gives Wilmette Winnetka an opportunity as Valiunas has his legs taken out from underneath it, no call. Kube, nice moves by Kane Kube, gets it up to Planer. Planer across the blue line, leaves it for Valiunas. Valiunas overskates it. Wilmette Winnetka works it out to center ice. Should have been an offsides, but nothing called. Cross ice pass, bounces past Klein and into the offensive zone for Hammond. Wilmette Winnetka up off the boards and out. Kube plays it again as we're under 5 now. 5 different goal scorers for Hammond here. They're up 5-2. Valiunas now with some speed, walks across the blue line with it, takes it deep. Maybe another offsides that went uncalled, but Kube now at the point. His shot's deflected into the near corner. Planer, the hard shot, nice blocker save. Wilmette Winnetka now up off the far boards, out to center ice. Valiunas will leave it for Kube behind his net. Kube whips it up along the near boards. Comes out to center ice. Wilmette Winnetka playing it back in their own zone. Across the red line and dumped in deep as they'll change 3 out of their 5 skaters. Kube behind the net. Throws it around to Dubda. Dubda backhands it out to center ice. Harding loses it. Wilmette Winnetka turns around and clears it in as Bulatovic, that puck stuck to his pad, but he was able to work it into the corner. There's Cowger again, behind his net, taking his time. Up off the far half boards, kept in right on the blue line. Wilmette Winnetka has it. They had some time and space there, but just turned and fired it, and it was deflected wide. Harding has his pocket picked, and Wilmette Winnetka comes back the other way, 2-on-1. Walking in, the shot, the score. That was a gorgeous 2-on-1 from Wilmette Winnetka as Kane Cowger was kind of stuck in no man's land. Wilmette Winnetka not going away quietly. It's 5-3. And remember, this is a Hammond team that outscored their opponents 44-1 in their 4 games coming into action today. It's 5-3. There's only 3 minutes left, but Wilmette Winnetka has played a solid game against a team that has been dominating the opposition here in the early going. That was a perfectly executed 2-on-1 by Wilmette Winnetka. They get the puck on their stick again. That's the 3rd goal for number 96 for Wilmette Winnetka, so he's got a hat trick. Unfortunately, they didn't give us or the people here at the Cube the rosters, so we can't give that young man credit, but he's got 3. We're under 3 here in the 3rd. Gagnon falls down but is able to play it to Ewing. Ewing slings it around the far side, kept in by Wilmette Winnetka. Far half boards, far face-off dot now. Puck's through the blue paint. Gonna stick on that. That ends up in the back of the net. Here comes Ewing now across the blue line. Ewing, what a move. Ewing walks in and buries it. Wow, Jonas Ewing, number 28 in white. That kid has been something special here tonight. These individual rushes, and that one he just ripped blocker side. He's got a couple, and it's 6-3. Kicked forward by Wilmette Winnetka. Here they come in again, the shot and the glove save made by Bulatovic. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. Looks like Hammond is going to improve to 5-0 on the season, but this one was a little bit more of a challenge than their first 4 games for sure. Wilmette Winnetka giving them all they can handle here in this 6-3 matchup. Down low, that's Moeller. Moeller cross ice, deflected away. Valiunas just tips it through his legs. Down in deep, and Wilmette Winnetka will play it under 2. Valiunas throws it to space. Cowger over on the far side with it. Cowger in the far corner now, just puts it behind the net. Up along the near boards and out to center ice. Wilmette Winnetka into the offensive zone, but Cowger is there to take it away. Very solid defensively. Kane Cowger, number 76. There comes Hayden Harding. Harding takes it wide across the blue line. Drop pass, the shot, and that squirts through, and that'll go to Planer. So he's got his 2nd, and Hammond has the extra point. It's 7-3. It's a nice drop pass by Hayden Harding to set up Planer, and that's one I think the Wilmette Winnetka goalie would like to have back. That's the first one that kind of broke through the pads, and that one beats him on the near side. It's 7-3 as we are down to the final minute. Wilmette Winnetka the shot in. Back to the point and not kept in. D to D passing and almost dangerous again. Back into the defensive zone. That's Ewing with it. Couple of goals for Jonas Ewing. Over to Dubda. Dubda has it, 41 seconds across the blue line, throws it far side. Klein now Klein gains the red line. A miss hit on that clearing attempt. That'll give Wilmette Winnetka another opportunity here in the final 30. So Wilmette Winnetka will drop to 1-1-1 on the season, while Hammond will improve to 5-0. That's a hand pass, but we're not going to call that here in the final 20 seconds. Wilmette Winnetka with the shot in, stick to side by Bulatovic into the corner behind the net with it as we're down to the final 14 seconds. So I hope you've enjoyed this Nihil Game of the Week doubleheader brought to you by Stream Sports Midwest. Ewing wants one more, throws it over into the corner for Klein, and that will do it. And Hammond does indeed improve to 5-0 on the season with the 7-3 victory. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast of the Nihil Game of the Week here on Stream Sports Midwest. Eric and I will be back tomorrow at 10:50 at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville for the Windy City Storm and the Chicago Mission Girls in a Pee Wee Premier Select contest. So my name has been Aaron Shellen, and once again, your final score here in game number 2 of the Nihil Game of the Week, the Hammond Mohawks 7, Wilmette Winnetka 3. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow from Bensonville.